All right, you both retired from public service before it was as fashionable as it is today. Take a look at this headline from NPR here. More than 10% of Congress won't return to their seats after 2026. Mr. McCarthy, I want to play a soundbite from you about Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's retirement. Take a listen to yourself.
She's almost like a canary in a coal mine. And this is something inside Congress they better wake up, because they're going to get a lot of people retiring and they got to focus.
What do you make of the state of Capitol Hill right now?
It's in chaos. And what happens is people run on both sides of the aisle because they want to accomplish something. If nothing's being accomplished, because they are making a sacrifice, they're being away from their family, sometimes it's a long travel, you get harassed, you get death threats, all the different things. But you're willing to make that sacrifice if you can accomplish something. When nothing is happening, when it's just pure fighting, people say, I could go spend my time doing something else. And it's not good when you see the number of people retiring, but the quality of people. Now, on a natural, people are going to retire. And turnover is a natural way, and the election is a natural way to do it. But what's happening now is there's fewer competitive seats. So the politicians are now picking the voters instead of the voters picking the elected officials.
And they're trying to do more and more of that now.
Which is bad. Now we're trying to make whole states decide whether they're red or blue, and that's bad for the country. Remember how the founders, we're going to have our 250th anniversary this year. The founders have designed it where the House, you can flip the House every 2 years. It's supposed to be a microcosm of society closest there. The Senate every 6 years, so it's more grandfatherly, calm it down. But predetermining who's elected, that's not good. You're taking away the power of the idea.
Mr. Manchin, what's your take on all of this now, looking from the outside in, and as we look ahead to 2026?
Well, Kevin has a unique outlook on this because he served at the highest level there, so he can see the pitfalls and how you can fall into it and not get things accomplished, and how the House operates and what changes the House would have to make. I can speak of the Senate, being a committee chairman, being on leadership committee, that basically the power does not lie in the committees anymore. People want to see process, they want to see progress, they want to be involved, and Kevin's absolutely correct. When you've got nothing going on and you're just twiddling your thumbs and waiting for a couple people in leadership to make a decision, even though it might not be in lockstep with the caucus, whether a Republican majority or Democrat majority, and that's where I think it falls short. I always felt, and in our side, on the Senate side, Kevin, that if we could have, when we have a piece of legislation that originates in a committee, we work it in a committee in a bipartisan way in the Senate. It comes out of the committee, whether my committee of Energy and Natural Resources, any one of the committees, banking or whatever it may be, when it comes out in a bipartisan manner, it would have so many days to cure to get on the floor. But within 30 days, it would be on the floor. So you won't have to start voting again, making a decision on this and that based on the need of the committee, because it's not going to go through the committee process unless they think there's a need, and it wouldn't even come up. Once it gets there, what happens today, I can pass something out of committee in a bipartisan fashion, and it goes to the leadership, whether it be Chuck Schumer or our friend John Thune. They can make a determination, does it go to the floor for a vote or not? And I think if more people could see, if we do our work at the ground level in the committees, it comes out and we have agreement. Now, if it comes out on party line vote, then that's another matter altogether. And I don't really blame a leader for not putting that on the floor, because it's in the Senate. Unless you get 60, you're in problems. And without the filibuster, you're never going to have anybody wanting to work bipartisanship. Well, Kevin knows 218 votes in the House, they can shove anything to the Senate they want to. When it comes to the Senate, for us to pass it, we've got to have bipartisan buy-in.